Here are our red-bellied piranha. You can see one just swimming there. They are typically found in the Amazon rivers. They have, as everybody knows, very, very sharp teeth, but actually with piranhas, they're very, very shy fish. So generally speaking, if you ever were to get into a river with piranha, you probably won't even see them there because they'll swim away. Okay? Moving along, we have on our right-hand side something called a beaded lizard. Beaded lizards, very interesting fact, they're one of only 2 venomous lizards known in the world at the moment. Good thing with beaded lizards, they're not considered to be fatal to humans, although we do not have an antidote for their venom. So with beaded lizards, they tend to eat small things such as small chicks and small mice and some rodents and so on. But yeah, that is our focus, our beaded lizard. Okay, so now we're going to step over and we're going to look at our false water cobra. False water cobra, the name false is very apt because it actually isn't related to the cobra family at all. What they can do, they're very, very good mimics. So they can rear up just like a cobra and flare their hood on the back of their heads just like a cobra. So to all intents and purposes, that's exactly what they would look like. Now moving over to our right hand side, we have actually what's called a mixed exhibit. So here we have what's called the Green Anaconda. The Green Anaconda is actually the largest snake in the world. There is a reticulated python which takes the title for the longest species of snake, but these snakes are the largest or the heaviest snakes in the world, and they tend to grow up to over 29-30 feet long. Also in the exhibit, you can also see what's called our plica. These are small type lizards, also inhabiting the same area of the Amazon rainforest. As you can see, they're semi-arboreal, so they do like to climb. They also spend a bit of time on the ground where they hunt for grubs, which is their preferred food. Things like flies and so on, they'll also come to get as well. So just now, they're just being fed, while we've still got Optimus in the pool. In terms of the Green Anaconda, they love to give birth to live young. Even the young when they're first born can be up to 2 feet long. And they are pretty much ready to swim and hunt when they're born. The Green Anaconda tends to eat things like wild pigs. It can even eat things as large as jaguars and capybara as well when they're fully grown. Other than that, they'll also eat things like large rodents, birds, and yeah, so they are definitely a predator. They have their eyes and their nasal cavities, their nose, situated on the top of their heads. This is so when they're in the water, what they do is they like to lay in wait. That gives them perfect visibility of food above them, and they can stealthily and then strike when the prey isn't aware they're there.
Cool. Amazing. So thank you everyone for joining so far. So the team have just gone in, and what is on the menu for today?
So today they have, Optimus has 2 juicy rabbits. So you can see large rabbits going in. This is one of Optimus's favourite foods. Optimus is the name we've given to our Green Anaconda. And she's pretty hungry, so we should get some good shots. So what they will do, they are constrictors, they're non-venomous. What she will do, she will strike. She has curved teeth in her mouth, which helps to retain the prey, and then she will coil her body around the prey and thereby constricting her prey before she will then swallow the prey whole. They'll normally take the prey from the head area, from the head first, and that aids in going down and going through the body, and that's typically how they would kill their prey and hunt.
So we're sorry for any bunny lovers on the stream at the minute, but this is nature, and Optimus is just moving through the water here now. She is absolutely massive. So how big is she?
She's now just about 15 foot. So bearing in mind that she can grow over 29 feet in length fully grown, so she's only about halfway to her full size. So right now she would have scented the food. That's when they flick out their tongues, they will use that to scent the food. She also has relatively good eyesight as well. So she'll be aware that there's some prey nearby. And now this is where the stealthiness comes from. So they can strike extremely quick. However, when sneaking up on their prey, they can be relatively slow. They don't make any ripples in the water. So there's very, very little noise. And quite often the prey isn't aware they're there until it's too late. So typically their prey would come to the water's edge, come for a drink, or maybe they're swimming across from one side of the river to the other. This is where the anaconda will spend most of her time in the water due to her large size. So they can be quite cumbersome on land and rather slow on land, whereas in the water, they're much more swift and much more stealthy. So they would prefer to spend most of their time in the water. And like I said, with just their nostrils showing just above the water with the rest of their body submerged. And this way, this is how they remain hidden from their prey until the last moment when they do strike. Primarily nocturnal. They will tend to hunt more in the night, and they tend to sleep a lot during the day. Nighttime, they're much more active, so they'll be up and about, moving across land and through the water as well, on the hunt, looking for their prey. And I hope you caught that on the camera. That strike was extremely quick, and as you can see, now she's made the strike. She's got the prey firmly in those teeth. Like I said, all the teeth curve backwards, so it makes it very difficult for the prey to wiggle away. And then she will then bring the prey down below the waterline, and she will then start to slowly constrict the prey as well. Once she finds that the prey is no longer moving, she'll wait between 10 and 20 minutes before then she'll start to eat her rabbit.
And look at that. How incredible.
So we're quite lucky seeing this today, because like I said, mostly they're nocturnal, so they will spend most of the time doing this in the night time. So we're quite lucky today to be able to see this in the daytime. But like I said, she was hungry, so this is one of her favorites. Now she's got the prey wrapped up in her coils. She'll continue to keep it coiled until she's satisfied that the prey is no longer moving, and then and only then will she then start to eat.
And how come she's taking it underwater?
So taking it underwater will also help to drown the prey. So most of the prey that she will eat will, like I said, will be land-based animals. So bringing it underwater just aids her with dispatching of the prey, and also with making sure that the prey can't hurt her, isn't going to be alive and scratch or injure her in any way, shape or form.
And is it true that Optimus is the largest anaconda on show in the UK?
Absolutely, absolutely. So we believe she's the largest on show in the UK currently. And like I said, with the size that she is, she could quite easily grow to almost double her size that she is at the moment. Now, if you consider the size of Optimus, and you think even when they give birth to live young, and with the young, they are born up to 2 feet in length, which is still a great size for a newborn. Once they're born, they are almost immediately able to swim and to hunt for themselves as well. Typically, anacondas in the wild will live up to around about 10 years. In captivity, they may well live up to 30 years. As you can see, she's still got her claws tightly wrapped around her prey. And once satisfied that the prey is no longer moving or alive, that's when she will make the attempt to start eating.
So what's it like working with Optimus?
Absolutely amazing. Just learning some of the things that I've learned about the Green Anaconda, and not only learning about the behaviors and how she reacts and interacts with everybody else, but also putting it into practice and taking care of her husbandry, knowing what she likes and what she doesn't like, what she eats. So those are the things that are amazing. And to work with something quite as big as this, which you would never normally see apart from on TV, is absolutely wonderful.
And is she your favourite reptile?
She's definitely up there. She's definitely up there. With reptiles, you have favourites, but your favourites can also change constantly as well. You're working with them, and as you're working with them, your favourites change. So she's definitely one in my top 5 of my favourite reptiles.
Wow, simply incredible. So for anyone that is watching the for anyone that is watching the stream, we hope you've had an amazing time. And don't forget that Paradise Wildlife Park is reopening on the 12th of April, so don't forget to book your tickets now and come and see Optimus in person. And thank you, Simon, and the Keeper team here at Paradise for what was an incredible spectacle.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Bye, guys.